Why, hello, my friends. Welcome to day 4. I just love these challenges so much, and I'm just so happy that you're here doing it with us. And we just can't thank you enough for the support and just everything. I just always get so sappy during all this stuff. Anywho, I hope it's been going well. I hope you've been getting the rest that you need. And we're going to jump right into it. What are we going to do today? So what could we use? Get your blocks for sure. Maybe your bolster at the end for Savasana, but as I think about the class and I planned it out, we won't really need that many props actually. We'll just like the 2 blocks and stuff. So yeah, but of course make this practice what you need, you know? I'm gonna pull our card here before we start. We're gonna start in a child's pose too. And since we'll be in the, and again, this is another, kind of like I said on day 2, if child's pose is not comfortable for you, you can start in a seat, you can start on your belly, just something like that, and you'll kind of be able to intuitively make the movements for the shoulder stretch that we'll find as well. But we'll be in child's pose for a minute, so it could feel nice to bring a blanket under your child's pose as well for your knees here too. But you can get comfortable in a child's pose, and I'm going to pull our card for our practice and the mantra that you can come back to as we find stillness and quietness in class. Let's see here. I have to wait. I can't even. Okay. Okay, let's do. I take care of my inner child and make my future self proud. I take care of my inner child and make my future self proud. That's a good one too. I'm proud of you, you proud of you, your inner child's proud of you. Fielder's proud of you with his little bark that he's not going to do as we start class. He's just saying he's proud too, you know. Okay, let's start in a child's pose. So you'll let your knees go out nice and wide. Let the big toes touch here. And think of, I'm going to keep my head up so I can talk to you all, but think of when you do find your child's pose, resting your third eye on your mat or a block or even a pillow since we're at home. And you can think of making this like a more lazy child's pose. So you might have a deeper bend in your elbows, but still feel just a subtle push of your hips back towards your heels. And try to lift through the armpits, so through the upper arms as you find length through your sides here. And when I find my child's pose positions, I love to just think of the lift of my back body, so finding space with those inhales. And then really finding depth in between the shoulder blades as you let your chest melt down towards the mat beneath you. And feel that little cave-like structure that you make for yourself here. So eyes are closed, head is grounded. You might feel a deeper connection to your breath and deeper connection to your body as you feel it connect to your mat. And of course, if you found a different position here as well, think of what you can feel being supported. So if you're on your belly, it could be the tops of your thighs. It could be your belly as you find an inhale, letting it connect to your mat. If you found yourself starting on your back for a moment, you could feel your spine rested, lower back supported. But whichever position you found yourself in, whichever starting position you found yourself in, feel your length through your sides, length through the back of your neck. And we'll actually do a few rounds of breath together as well. So you'll start with an exhale. And we'll find that first breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. You pause. Slow breath out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You pause. Another breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. We pause. Slow breath out for 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breath out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay empty. Now find a full breath in. Really breathe deep. And exhale, let it go. Now for this next movement, we're going to come to our belly just to give the knees a break here. So slide right to your belly. And I want you to press your left hand into the mat so you can see your left forearm levitate off of the mat. Actually, let's do the right side so you can see the position first. So push your right hand into the mat, lift up your right forearm, and we're going to crawl our left arm through. Let that left palm face the ceiling. And I personally like to rest my third eye back on the mat. I'm not going to so you can hear me with the mic. Or if the ground feels super far away, that's when one of those blocks could really come into handy here too. And really all we're doing is just alleviating some tension from our left shoulder blade here. I'm actually going to use the block so it keeps my head lifted so I can still talk to you for a second. You can see me here. I'm kind of resting on my left temple. You can explore resting on your third eye to see how that feels. But do bring your inhales back. Big full inhales. You can kind of feel it allowing you to find more depth for your left shoulder blade. And let your hips stay squared to the ground, to your mat, nice and heavy. And try to gently tuck your chin towards your chest. Honor this moment, honor this stillness, and honor your rest here. Good. Find one more full breath in. Slow breath out. Now begin to unwind by placing both forearms on your mat. So think Sphinx-like pose. And before we switch our sides, simply roll out your neck. Just a round or two. We'll have some more time with our neck in this seat here in a few. And we'll press that left arm into the mat. Lift your left forearm up. And that right arm's going to sneak right on through here this time. Allow some more weight to shift subtly over towards the right side of your space. And try to soften your shoulder blades back down. Come back to the fullness of your breath. And feel everything else doing less here. Heels kind of splaying out towards their respective sides. Thighs are heavy. And get acquainted with your breath. Feel it, notice it, be with it here. Good. Find one or two more full inhales through your nose. Little pause. Building that wave. And we'll gently start to unwind from that. Allow yourself to remove any of the blocks that you may have had. And be easy as you place those hands under your shoulders, finding a tabletop pose here with me. And kind of all goes here for a moment with this tabletop pose. So if you want to get into your wrist, you might make some circles here with your shoulders. You might find a few rounds of very slow cat-cows, so lingering in these positions. Notice how it feels to give yourself permission to linger in these positions. And ultimately, as always, finding a way to reconnect with your breath here too. There's a couple more rounds, nice and easy. And when you are ready, we'll come to a seat. So we'll cross the ankles. And again, any seat's a good seat. So Sukhasana pose here. You can even bring that bolster back in, a block back in, elevate the hips a little bit. And like I said, we'll have some time for the neck here. So just give yourself a moment, tuck your chin towards your chest, let your hands just fall right into your thighs. Palms will face up just slightly. Just listen to me as we find 2 rounds of breath. Breath in, little pause. Open your mouth. Let it go. One more just like that. Breath in. And breath out. Now begin to drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Excuse me. Notice if you even need more. You could just stay here. Encourage that right shoulder to stay nice and heavy. Relax your jaw. Release any grip you have with the teeth, with the jaw. And sometimes I do like to think of like letting your chin taste your chest, letting your chin chase your chest, and then letting your chin chase the ceiling. Didn't realize how hard that is to say until I said it. Chin chase your chest. And we're going to bring this middle, so drop your chin to the middle of your chest and shake your head left to right. And a little slouch in the posture is just fine. In fact, it's suggested here. Now breath in, roll the shoulders away, sit up nice and tall. And breath out, we drop that right ear on down. You might start with that stillness first, and then find some movement. Soften the gaze here once more. And remind yourself to feel nice and sturdy in this seat. Nice and lifted through the spine. Now gently take that gaze on up. Linger here for just a second. I know you might think you look weird, but it feels really nice. Just open up your jaw, make a weird face or two. And then complete a few rotations. So left, right, up, down. Nice. Bring that gaze back towards center. And just so we can find length for our sides, let's reach those hands up nice and high. Make some fists, roll out your wrists. And then exhale, hands heart center. Beautiful. Now we'll stay in the seat for just one more moment. We'll find a little folds. So finding a nice seated fold, extend your legs out nice and long. Again, you might have your feet planted if that's more comfortable. You might invite the block underneath you, the bolster underneath you as well if you have one. Or you might just remove any of those props, scooch the sit bones back, and simply start to fold over your extended legs. I say this all the time in class, and I've probably said it in one of these classes at this point. You can be up here. This is yoga. This is a stretch. This is building sensation. You can be down here. This is yoga. This is stretch. This is building sensation, right? So honor the range that your body is giving you today by being there and just finding stillness and finding your breath. Softness through the back lining of your body and heaviness through your sit bones. Let an inhale help you lift up a little bit maybe. Let an exhale help you find more depth. I'm just calling it out because I'm sure you can freaking hear the train again. But that's the loudest one, longest one. So funny. I call myself and Fielder, we're alley cats sometimes. We live in like a little alley space here. So we're by like the train tracks and stuff too. We're just some alley cats in the desert. Wonderful, my friends. Let's lift up on out of that. Be gentle, move as slow as you need to. Hands come behind you, feet will plant. We're gonna windshield wiper. Well, I think it might be getting dark, but I think we'll be just fine. We only have a few more minutes left. So coming down to your back, we're gonna find pigeon pose. We'll keep our left foot planted and we'll bring that right ankle on top of our left knee. You might keep this left foot planted the entire time on your mat, pushing your right hand inside your right knee. Or you might lift up that left foot rather, interlace behind on your left thigh or on top of your left shin. And if you want more of an outer hip stretch, I want you to think of encouraging your right elbow to push inside your right knee. If you want more of a tailbone focus, I want you to think of lifting your pelvis up a little bit so you can feel that lower back find a deeper connection to the mat. And of course, allowing your breath to come back in, helping you anchor into this new position, into this new asana. Gently guide your chin towards your chest. This is like just the perfect time to do a challenge like this, like slowing it down and just being in stillness and being grateful for all your body does for you on the days that you don't find rest. And like I said, I recorded both of the episodes. I guess it's kind of like an episode watching me. Recorded both of the classes today. And I forget how dark it gets so early because it's winter for us all, but it's nice to just feel cozy and find ease. Good. Now before we switch our sides, extend your legs up, find a little leggy up the wall. That's how you know when I'm just comfortable with you all, because I'm just like leggy up the wall. Like, is that even a thing, you know? But y'all are homies. You get it. Let's switch our pigeon sides. So again, starting with our options. You might keep that right foot down, left hand inside the left knee. We might lift up that right foot. Find a grip where it makes sense that you can still rest your head and your shoulders. I should have totally mentioned, of course, you could even like have a block under your head here too. We want comfort. We want lightness through the torso. So your breath and your intention can be on the lower half here, huh? Shoulder blades are grounded. Soften the space in between your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. Try to breathe a little bit deeper here. Find your last two full inhales, slow exhales, 2 more rounds. Begin to gently unwind. Again, think legs up the wall. If you want a little hamstring stretch, you might grab onto your legs, pulse your shins back towards your face. And nice and easy, we'll set this up for our savasana. Soles of your feet will plant or touch one another rather. So I'm going to set you up in a butterfly savasana, Supta Baddha Konasana savasana. I'm all about the complex words for this class, huh? But anyways, soles of the feet together, hand on the belly, hand on the chest. Open up your jaw, make a really weird face or two, let it go. And let's find a breath here together. Full breath in. Pause for 3. Pause for 2. And let it go. Find your savasana here. Now, I will always, always advocate for you to stay here as long as you possibly can. But I have thoroughly enjoyed guiding you through some slowness this week, and am always proud of you for sticking to this, sticking through it with us, and sharing your experience. So take care of that inner child, and remember your inner child's already proud of who you are. And yeah, we'll see you in the chat, we'll see you in the DM, we'll see you via email, and have a good rest of your day. Peace.